host, Michaela Gordon, and welcome to So Funny It Hurts, where we interview your favorite funny people and explore the trauma that makes them that way. Now, I'm so excited about our guest this week. I swear to God, I spent the entire morning stalking him, very familiar with his content already, but I cannot get enough. Please welcome Geoffrey Asmus. Geoffrey Asmus.
Geoffrey, whatever we want to say. Geoff, who cares?
Geoffrey, I can't stop saying it because people fuck my name up all the time.
Oh,
Michaela.
yeah. I didn't know. I thought it might have been Makala. I didn't know.
The H is silent.
Yeah.
It's a disaster.
Gotcha.
And the way you do your piece about how Starbucks fucks your name up.
They say Geoffrey sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Geoffrey with a G, bitch.
I think we should just have all our names be phonetic. Everything should be phonetic. Why do we do these weird trick words? Let's just stop it.
Like, what were your parents think? Do they want you to be exotic?
It's a long, boring story. My dad named me after his favorite bicyclist. He's really into like the Tour de France, and there was this guy named, it's a whole thing, Geoffrey. Yeah, he won the first Tour de France as an American. It's not exciting at all.
It is exciting.
It's not.
And
I'm like,
listening
Dad,
on
this
bated
is
breath.
so boring. It's such a boring story, Dad. It couldn't be like a saint or something. It's an unknown bicyclist. It's so fucking stupid.
Wait, I love that you said saint because you're like super Catholic. You went to college for religion, which we're going to get into.
I studied Islam mostly in college, but I was raised Catholic, so hopefully I can go to heaven. I know the two
Wait, did you really?
What?
Study Islam?
Yeah, that was my concentration. I studied other religions too, but the 2/3 of it was Islam probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
I figured just Catholicism.
I figured like if they take over, I want to be able to like get to Islamic heaven too. I could get to Christian or Islamic heaven.
You know what, Geoffrey with a G, you're the one to follow.
I'm placing a wager. One of them's gonna win, and I can blend in on either side. Alhamdulillah, folks. As long as I can fit in. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Come on.
I love that. I didn't know. I thought because I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I loved Catholic school.
Fun as hell, great time.
Right?
It's got all these morbid like imagery. Everyone's like the nuns beating you. It's not that.
It's not like that at all.
I didn't have any nuns or priests as teachers. It was pretty chill.
None
honestly.
of that. Did you get confirmed? Did you get to choose a name?
I had to do confirmation. I think I just chose the same name. I didn't change it. I was just
Geoffrey. You chose Geoffrey again?
I think it was the middle name Thomas. I picked Thomas again.
Your middle name's Thomas,
Geoffrey
and you made your
Thomas.
patron saint
Thomas
as well.
I was like bored. I was over it. That was when I was like, I fucking hate God. What do you get? You confirmed at like 16 maybe. I was like, fuck God. I'm a virgin. God sucks. He's not helping me get pussy, so he can suck my ass. That's what I was kind of like. And then I came back to God, and now I don't care really. Yeah.
Well, because he made you not a virgin anymore.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like,
but then it also was kind of overrated, I think. So I was like, we really put the pussy on the pedestal, in my opinion.
Wait, so how old were you when you lost your virginity?
I was 25, maybe 26.
Geoffrey with a G. You were 26 years old.
Yeah.
You were writing that religion out seriously.
Yeah, we can blame it on religion, but really I'm just an awkward... I'm just very shy is what it really was.
Are you?
Not as much. I've broken out of the shell thanks to stand-up, but I used to be very afraid of women. Yeah, women used to scare the shit out of me. Probably a little incel vibe, a little bit, if we're being honest.
Wait, that's crazy because you do stand up. You're so great at stand up. You're on tour right now. You're here in Vegas.
I'm in Vegas, yes. First time.
Oh, is it your first time?
First time doing stand-up. I've been here once in college, but yeah.
How was that when you were studying religion and came to Vegas for the first time?
I honestly don't remember a single second of it. We got really drunk in Wisconsin where I went to college, and we're like, let's go to Vegas tomorrow. And then we woke up and just drove to Vegas, and I have no recollection of what we did. It was just a blur
Okay, that
of
means
drugs.
you had a really great time.
We had a great time. I think we had a good time. Nothing illegal happened.
Good.
And it was good, yeah.
Good. Did you do anything crazy this time? You're like, no, I'm here for work.
I'm trying to learn craps. I'm going to go play some craps tonight. That's me being crazy. I'm older.
Okay.
I don't need to be as wild anymore.
Right.
I just want to spend $300. We'll see what happens. That's my limit. I'm pretty good at self-control.
That's good. You have a little budget.
Exactly. It'll be fun, whatever. it's like I think of gambling as you're just paying to have fun.
Yeah,
If you lose, who cares? You just get paid to have fun.
Listen, I stress out.
You stress out?
I won't do it. I lost $40 on my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that.
Oh,
I'll
it's
never
so
play
fun.
again.
When you win, though, you feel like you're socking it to this big corporation. You're like, I fucking beat the system. Fuck you, Mandalay Bay or whatever. I'm like, it feels cool. I doubt it'll happen, but we'll try.
But if it does, call me.
Exactly.
I'll start a band with you. I'll be like, fuck you, Mandalay Bay. We did this.
Yeah, call me the golden arm. Yeah, the guy who throws the dice for the longest.
Listen, I literally have my Robert De Niro shirt on from Casino.
I was like, that is the gambler right there. Yeah.
I'll wear this shirt for you.
That's good luck. That's good luck.
And we'll be like,
I just learned the rules 24 hours ago, and I'm all in on craps.
What are the rules?
I don't really quite understand it. I know you don't want to roll a 7 unless sometimes you do. That's really all I know.
Okay, good. I don't know the rules, so you could have lied, and I would have been like,
I just roll it, and the dealer will tell me if I won or not, and that's fun for me.
Okay, great. So it's been an easy trip. There's nothing crazy happening.
Nothing bad. No. We literally, I got here 30 minutes before the show yesterday. I landed and just went straight to the 2 shows. It was
intense.
It was a really exhausting day, but the crowds were good. I thought Vegas was going to be like, I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be dumb fucking tourists and like kind of like
no, sometimes it is
trash from Indiana who are just like, we came to the big show in Vegas. But they're actually like really smart and hip, and I had a great time. 2 great shows.
Yeah, but you have really great material. I'm obsessed with the way that you talk about really touchy subjects and make it really funny.
I try.
And enjoyable.
I think, I like to do. I had some guy when I first started comedy, he was like, anyone can write a joke about airplane food. It's very easy. No one's going to be mad or remember it, even if it's good. But a good joke about abortion, people will remember forever. And I was like, that always stuck with me. It's much harder, but if you find the right abortion, suicide, whatever joke, it's going to be implanted in people's minds for longer. So that's what I'm trying to do. The lady actually did heckle me a couple.
Did you get heckled last night?
I did a few abortion jokes, and I was making fun of like those pro-life billboards where they say like life is precious, and a lady shouted out, "Life is precious. Don't you know that? Every baby deserves to live." And then they started heckling me, and they had to be asked to leave. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, this drunk, like bleach blonde, maybe 50-year-old woman and her husband kept heckling my abortion jokes. They had to be escorted out. Yeah.
So what do you do when you get heckled? Like, do you just heckle them back? Do you feel, because I think that people that don't do stand-up comedy, and especially for somebody growing up shy, that's got to be a very intimate. You have control over your jokes,
right?
But when people start coming for you,
it's kind of fun because the audience is 99% on your side because they hate the people who are heckling too.
Yeah, good.
So you can kind of say things to the hecklers that you could never say to someone in polite company. So that's kind of fun. You can call them like fucking retards. You can kind of say things you would never say to a human being. So that's kind of actually fun in a way. Not that I want people to heckle, but sometimes it's nice to let out my anger on these poor, unfortunate
It's like
losers.
anger management.
Yeah, and I was like saying, oh, well, maybe the show would have been better if you would have been aborted, ma'am, or like, and that was fun, and I enjoyed that. And I couldn't have said that if she hadn't heckled. So she gave me the moral high ground to kind of be evil a little bit, and that's kind of fun. That was good. I hadn't had that happen in a while, so that felt good.
Good.
You want to make people angry sometimes, I think.
Well, I think it's just so difficult in this social climate. I mean, I did stand up for a little while, and I felt like I wanted to be a smart comic, but I wanted to talk about important things. I didn't want to talk about little things. And it's just a very fine line, and people love canceling people.
Yeah, abortion I've noticed is probably one of the most. People will be on board for everything except for an abortion joke.
But you talk about everything: abortion, religion. I
was making fun
politics,
of Muslims, Jews, Christians, the whole set. But then abortion, this lady was out. So people like draw these weird lines in their soul, and I don't. It's always surprising when you find out where the lines are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's fun. I think it's good to make people squirm a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't want everyone. I think it was Bill Burr, he said you only want 80% of the crowd to like you. Because if everyone likes you, you're not trying hard enough. You're not really pushing boundaries, and it's probably pretty lame comedy.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like that's just a good lesson in life too.
Yeah, it's a good lesson.
Like
yeah, like a band like Imagine Dragons isn't offending anyone, but they suck. So no one will remember them in 20 years because they don't push boundaries at all. I don't know why I chose
If you
them.
don't push boundaries, you're
Aren't they
flipping out,
Vegas
my guy.
natives?
Yeah, they watch this podcast.
They are really.
No, they don't.
I think they are
don't.
Vegas natives. I don't know why. I just have an intense hatred for them. I don't know
What's
why.
the hatred?
I think the band name sucks. Don't you hate a bad band name?
I do hate a bad band
Imagine
name.
Dragons. What is it? It doesn't even make sense. What is it?
Doesn't make sense
It
to
makes
you.
nonsense. It's nonsense to me.
It's nonsense.
It pisses me off.
Would you have a
actually.
name that you would like for them better?
Oh, I mean, and dragons would be better. Imagine drag. Why are they imagining drag? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
I hate it.
Are there band names that you really do enjoy?
The Rolling Stones is a great band
Okay.
name. Great. The Killers, another Vegas native, great band name.
Yes,
I
they
like
are.
a the and a plural noun. Let's keep it simple.
All
folks.
right.
Let's keep it
If you
simple.
were in a band, would you like to have a band name?
I would be called the Freedom Fighters. That'd be a good punk. That'd be a good
Oh.
punk name. That'd be a
the
good.
free and you listen.
The
you got-
Insurgents. That'd be a good name.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, that could be good.
Listen, I'll start a band with you.
I would love. That's my only
And then
dream.
we could go to Mandalay Bay. And we could win all the money. And be like, fuck
Yeah.
you guys. Now come to our show.
Let me play bass in the back. I can keep up. Maybe that'd be fun. That's my only dream is to play in a cover band or something.
That's so crazy. We were talking before we turned on that it's so funny how people want to be things that they're not.
Of course, yeah,
and
yeah.
I know so many musicians. I actually know people in general who would rather be funny than anything else.
I know, yeah.
Anything.
People really look up to comics in a way where I'm like, you don't really know how big of losers we are. We're like huge losers.
But that's kind of why I created the podcast, because I feel like comedians get put on this pedestal, which I think is fairly, because I think comedians are the most genius when they're like in their zone. It's the most genius, most incredible.
I love
think
to hear
laughter
that.
is the best medicine. And I think
I
it's
think
the
you're
one
right,
thing
yeah.
that makes it okay.
It makes you live longer, like laughing and not being stressful.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm gonna live till I'm 100, of course.
Oh my God,
Everyone
I'm so
knows
happy
that,
because
yeah.
you've been using sunscreen on your face
And
too.
I'm doing
so-
that. And the Germans, we have good genes. Not the best, like he said, but they're good. They're up there. They're up there. We're near the top of the pack.
Okay, my Jewish side is
We're kidding. We're
squirming.
kidding.
No.
Joking.
But I think it's the irony is a lot of times comedians who are like the best and the funniest have so much trauma that is, or not even trauma, just even having like a bad day is never able to be recognized because you always have to be on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because we're one of the few professions where everyone's like, you have to be funny every second of the day. You're not asking a carpenter to whittle a fucking sculpture or fucking make a table every second of the day, but I have to be funny every second. Whenever I try to be serious online, everyone's like, I came here for comedy. Where's the fucking comedy? I'm like, I am a human still sometimes. Like, I don't want to be funny every second of the day.
Do you run into that?
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
What's
yeah.
something that you were talking serious about on social media that didn't get received well?
I feel like definitely in 2020 during like the BLM protests, like I'm a big history guy, so I was like sharing a few like historical things I maybe had learned about American history, and I was like, this isn't what we fucking came for, man. Where you're a comedian, where the fucking jokes. I was like,
Wow.
They'll come again, but I'm just being serious today. Can't we just take one day to be serious every once in a while?
Yeah, well,
I generally am not serious, but every once in a while it's nice.
No, but you should be allowed to be. And I
Right.
think that's the thing with, I know a lot of comedians that I love so much, and they're so, not all, but a lot of them are very depressed, and like it's a very
Yes.
dark
Yeah.
side of them. Even for me, like I feel like even when I did comedy, like I have a lot of darkness.
Sure.
That gives me the ability to like bring light.
That
you know
it
what I'm
is,
saying?
it does, like the darkest things in my opinion are the funniest. That's why I like try to talk about those, because
And it makes it just a little more palpable, a little bearable.
yeah,
more bearable.
exactly. Yeah, there's always people at my shows who are like, they're like, I like am a suicidal person, but they like laugh so much at the shows, and it like brings them such joy to laugh at like suicide or whatever. Like it always brings people, it brings them out of the darkness for a second. So that is nice about comedy for sure.
Have you received like messages from people that were like is there a memory or a moment that you've had with some of your fans where it was a moment like that, like it took them out of something?
Well, I had a really, this isn't actually entirely related, but this happened recently. This is actually sad. It's not at all what you said, but it made me think of this. I posted a crowd work clip recently. Whatever, I was interacting with someone, and then the guy loved it. He went to both of my shows that night, and he sat up front both shows. He was fucking dying laughing. And then someone was like, "Oh, this guy, he just committed suicide, unfortunately." And it was really sad, but I was like, at least I brought him joy in these moments, I guess. Yeah.
Oh
that was not at all what you were
God.
asking, but it made me think
No,
of that.
it's
Yeah.
not what I was asking, but it was.
It just happened like a week ago, so it is like fresh in my brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
but I
sad.
think that's really like an important thing. Because listen,
And he was the guy laughing up front the loudest. He was like having the best time.
He had a good time.
He had a great time, but it's always like, those are the people who need it the most usually. The people, it's like a rich, happy person. They're just like, they don't need laughter. Their lives are good enough.
Yeah.
So the people who are laughing the most usually need it the most.
Did that affect you?
A little. It was really sad. I was like, you never know what people are. It just goes to show you just don't know what people are going through. Like I would have thought this guy was pretty chill, having a good time guy, but yeah, you just never know the struggles people are going through. Yeah, that was a real bummer story.
It's not, but
that was
it's
a
not
bummer.
because we're going to talk about a lot of funny stuff, which is what we do. But I do think it's really important to talk about like what humor does because I mean, look at Robin Williams. Like, look at these incredible comedians.
Right, of course.
And you don't know what people are going through, and you don't know how much people rely on comedy.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many businesses, jobs, things, creatives that do things, but people just want to laugh, even in their final moments.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. Oh yeah. My grandma. Another sad thing. Yeah, she passed away this summer.
Okay, enough with the fucking sad shit.
I was about to say.
No, please.
2023 has been a sad year for Geoffrey folks.
Did you lose
Sorry.
your grandma?
Both my grandparents died of COVID this summer, but yeah, it was rough.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm actually over it. My grandpa, he sucks, but my grandpa, actually, it's kind of a funny.
Do you have a message for your grandpa now, or you?
It's actually kind of a funny, sad story. Actually, this is a good story.
Know it.
This is a good story. So, like a year ago, my grandpa was 95, 90s. He was an old man. Somehow he found my stand-up on YouTube. I don't know how. He could barely turn on a computer. Somehow he found some videos and he watched them and he hated it. I was like dirty and whatever. And he wrote me a letter like saying, "You are a crass, disgusting man. You're a sexist pig. You're talking about women in such a disgusting way. You're no longer my grandson anymore." And he disowned me via a letter that he wrote to me.
No way.
He's like, "I never want to talk to you again. Your comedy is a disgrace to our family name." I actually find it very funny now, but it is a dark story. But yeah, it's very funny that his one time he got to the internet was to find my stand-up.
Stuff.
And he's like, "I didn't know he talked about cum like that." It's also funny because my grandpa says the N-word, so the things he thinks are evil are interesting. He's like the most racist man I've ever
did you
met.
write him back, or was it too late?
I didn't write him back. We never really figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just a sad, spiteful man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that he was like this racist bigot, but me talking about cum, he's like, "That's a bridge too far." Buddy.
I know, but it's the irony again.
It's the
like,
irony.
it's
People
just
draw
so...
these lines in their soul. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about your childhood then. So,
Sure,
were you close with your grandparents? Is it just
was.
you by your? Do you have siblings?
I have a sister who is 2 years younger than me. She's a great lady. She lives in Central Washington. She's a physical therapist. She's very cool.
Nice.
Very cool, yeah.
Good.
And my grandparents I was very close to them, yeah, but they were very old. They lived a good life. They were like 95, 96, so can't really ask for much more than that.
Yeah, that was a good life.
They had God gave them a good run for their money, yeah.
Yeah. So you grew up in the Midwest?
Minnesota, Minneapolis,
Shit.
yes. Have you ever been?
I've been to Minnesota.
Yeah.
It was very cold. It was like during the winter blizzard.
Oh, I love that.
Of 2021.
Oh, sure, okay.
I didn't go to Minnesota. I went to Missouri.
Oh.
So sorry. No, I went to Boonville, and that's in Missouri.
Another erasure of our culture, our beautiful Minnesotan culture. Come on, folks.
I fucked
God, a blizzard. I love blizzard. The winter is great.
Listen, I'm a Vegas girl. I don't know what to do in that winter weather.
Does it ever snow here? Even like dusting?
I mean, sometimes it does, and then we all run outside.
People lose their fucking minds.
Oh my God. You would think
the cars
that
are
Santa
skidding
himself,
everywhere. I love that.
Oh yeah, the driving is insane, but also you make a snow angel in like 1 inch snow, and you're like, what? Even at 35, you're like, yes, bitch.
It's fun. The governor's declaring martial law. Everyone's ransacking.
No one can go to school.
Yeah, they're Y2K is happening again. Yeah. That's so
we don't
funny.
know what to do.
We always mock you guys. Do
you make fun of me in Vegas?
Not Vegas, but like
just in general.
Places like where it doesn't snow much, and then they just lose their minds when like a little thin coating of snow comes. We find that very funny.
That's how we feel.
Yeah.
How do you mock us? Tell me.
Just like we like think you're kind of weak and like you can't handle all the seasons God has to offer. You know, like Minnesota, we have all 4 seasons. I feel like here it's probably just.
Do you feel
one.
like God loves you more?
I do. I think the seasons make you a stronger person. I do think that a more well-rounded person. In the winter, you got to stay inside. You got to like contemplate. You don't get to go out, so you just kind of have to think for like 4 months. So I think we're more thoughtful
in
people.
The dark.
In the dark. Yeah, it is in the dark. Yeah, it gets really sad. Like mid-December to mid-February, pretty bleak.
Sick.
People are more.
And you think that's where God has his hand on the Midwest?
Yes, he's like, okay. I'm going to make you stronger so you can take over the world, hopefully. Exactly. And we also have debilitating alcoholism, but there's that. Yeah. All the drunkest counties in America are in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, you wear cheese on your head. What are you going to do?
Yeah. It's fun. That's why everyone's fat. I made it out, thank God, without being fat. But
you did make
everyone
it out.
is so fucking fat in the Midwest. It's disgusting. All these butter queens, these lard princes. It's disgusting.
It's what you do.
It's great. I'm attractive in the Midwest. Then I come to Vegas and I'm
Are
a fucking
you a 10
4.
in the Midwest?
I'm a 9. I still have these moles on my face and everything. But
okay.
But in Vegas, I'm a fucking trailer trash loser. Yeah, I got nothing here. I got nothing.
Listen, it's not true because humor will get you everywhere.
That is true. That's why
Is humor what finally got you laid? Is that what got you out of your shell?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, it was
because how did this happen? You grew up in the Midwest. It was dark all the time. God had his hand on it. You loved Catholic school. You were a virgin until you were 50.
Yeah.
And then you broke the fuck out.
Then I got out.
You just needed stand-up comedy.
You just needed to have sex the first time. Then you're like, oh, it's not really that big of a deal. I like built it up in my mind, like if I fuck up sex, I will be killed by God or whatever. But then
I think that's a Catholic thing because I didn't lose my virginity till I was 20.
Oh, really?
And I would take pregnancy tests while I was still a virgin. Like, I was terrified.
You thought that somehow God would impregnate you?
I mean, it would have been an
Mary?
honor.
Am I the new vessel of God?
Mary.
Yeah, it's giving Virgin Mary. It's giving Immaculate Conception.
It's giving I have a book written about me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's so funny. We were I think I internalized the guilt from sex ed a lot more than other people. I thought like you had to be in love. It had to be love or it was a waste. You couldn't have sex if you weren't in love. And then now who gives a shit? But
that's Catholic school mentality.
Yeah.
Like it really did that.
I don't even think it's bad. I think maybe 25 is a little late, but I don't
think it's late.
It doesn't bother me anymore, but I was very ashamed at the time. But I think shame is a good thing. I think our society needs a little more shame sometimes. Some people are a little too proud of themselves and maybe they should feel a little guilt sometimes. Yeah, people are a little too like, I'm the fucking best. You're not, and God will take you down. God will
feel the shame.
Feel the shame. God has his wrath, and he will smite you.
Okay, wait. So I want to know how you got into stand-up then, after knowing all of that.
I went to college at University of Wisconsin-Madison, and there's a great comedy club there called Comedy on State. It's one of the best comedy clubs in the country. It's in this small little, generally liberal college town, and they have like an open mic night on Wednesdays. I think it was $1 for college students to watch it, and you could get drunk for like, in the Midwest, you can get drunk for $8. It's insane how cheap. I think there was like dime beer nights. It's like, that's insane. There was
dime beer
night at the fucking, in Bloomington, Indiana. There was at the Bluebird, I think. Yeah, dime beer.
They just want you to have fun.
It's crazy. And there was a power hour where every drink was $1. You could get a cup of vodka for $1. So we would just get hammered and go to this. It's incredible. You could just give me a cup of vodka and they just do it. And it was insane. And then And then we just went to this open mic night every week, and then my friends were like, "You're funnier than these guys." And then after like a year, I built up the courage to finally do it, and I performed for like 250 people the first time.
No.
Yeah, the open mic night's packed.
No.
Yeah, it's like packed every week. It's like the best, and I crushed the first time, and then I bombed the next 50. But thank God I did really well the first time.
It's like gambling. You win your first.
Exactly, and then I couldn't stop. And if I would have bombed the first, I probably would have never done it again. But thankfully, I did well the first time, and then after that, I used to like cry on stage if I did badly and stuff. But yeah, I left the stage crying a couple times. Yeah,
I think that's a very normal reaction.
I think you should. That's the shame. That's the guilt.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
There's no feeling like bombing a fucking show, dude. As a singer, I've bombed so bad.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Really?
Listen, it's inevitable. If you do it enough and you are willing to take risks, and as you know, like you're gonna bomb.
Oh yeah, people don't know that. I'd say in stand-up you bomb half the time. Not even when you're starting out, maybe not now.
But I think you're supposed to.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Because you're trying new shit.
Yeah, the people who don't bomb are the ones who are kind of stay in their lane, kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't try too hard.
But I feel like for me, it's humbling,
brutal.
but I cry.
Because you're trying to bring joy to people, and they're responding with the opposite of joy. So it's like a bizarre dichotomy. I'm like, I'm trying to make you smile, and they're all like, "Fuck you, bitch." It's very difficult to deal with. I mean, but that also, like in New York, I see Chris Rock bomb. I see like famous comedians bomb. So that's where you know, like, oh, it's a universal. Louis C.K. bombs all the time. Like that's just how it is. It's impossible not to.
Do you have comedians, speaking of like Chris Rock, who's a legend?
Sure, of
Do you have comedians that you like love, look up to?
I mean, my favorite R.I.P. Rodney Dangerfield is my favorite. I love him. Mitch Hedberg, Minnesota legend. Louis Anderson, R.I.P. Minnesota legend. Who do I like that's alive, though? Those were 3 dead people.
Yeah, okay, it's getting dark.
I like Tim Dillon. I think Tim Dillon's very funny. Anthony Jeselnik's very funny.
So funny.
Yeah, Miss Pat.
Yeah, I could see Anthony Jeselnik being somebody that you like. I see it.
I don't deliver the way he delivers, but the humor.
You deliver in your own way, but the energy is the same.
The energy and like the topics are generally dead babies, abortion, mass shootings, similar fun vibes. Yeah. So those are Miss Pat is a genius too. Steph Tolev is this comic in
I'm
LA.
obsessed with
I feel like,
Steph.
Steph's awesome.
She's fucking great.
I'm glad she's getting her shine in the last couple of years. She's been doing comedy a long time, and she's finally getting the respect she deserves, so that's cool.
But I think that's how it is. Like, people often think it's like an overnight thing, but you fucking work those
There are
clubs.
like occasions where like people blow up overnight, but generally it's a very long climb. Usually no less than 15 years, usually.
Yeah.
Like Louis C.K. took 20 years. Rodney Dangerfield didn't get famous until he was 50. Like, it takes a long time. I hope that doesn't happen to me, because I don't think I'll have the patience for that. Lord, make me famous by 40, Lord, please.
Yeah. Listen, I think that's good advice, though, because we watch all this like instant fame thanks to TikTok and social media now, and people becoming singers, comedians, whatever, like overnight. Mm-hmm. But you do have a good social media following.
I do okay.
People like you.
People like me. Yeah, I think I do pretty well.
You
Yeah.
do well. Your reels and your TikToks do so well.
And I might not have as much followers as other people, but people come out to shows. I have like a dedicated.
Nice.
I do have dedicated fans who do like me. I mean, they're complete idiots for it, but I respect them. I thank you so much for providing for my life. It is fun. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, like people. I've been recognized a few times on the street, and that's like kind of a weird. I'm
Is
sure
that
that's
crazy?
happened to you too. Yeah.
I haven't been.
And you
better start fucking.
Yeah,
you better start
recognizing
me.
her.
Stop me. Ask me for my autograph. I'm the Virgin Mary, if you could recall from a few months ago.
She's at brunch. Disturb her. Ruin her day. Ask for an autograph. I love that. Yeah, some guy in Dallas I was just having barbecue, and he's like, "Oh, you're my favorite comedian." I was like, "Oh shit, that'll keep me going in a dark.
That's amazing.
That'll warm my soul on a dark night." So that's nice.
Yeah, on the nights where you bomb and you cry off stage.
Yeah, exactly. on the long train ride home in New York at 3 a.m. That's good to remember, because New York can be brutal. There's high highs, but there's low lows as well.
Yeah,
There
are.
Like, I got to go back to Brooklyn from Manhattan at 3 a.m. It can take 2 hours sometimes. That's a sad train ride home sometimes.
God, you've had a lot of alone time in the darkness.
Yeah.
Starting in the Midwest, not in New York on the
Yeah,
subway.
and I'm the weirdo reading on the train at 3 a.m. Everyone's like, "Is he homeless or what's the deal exactly?"
I love
I'm
that.
the fucking nerd on the train reading.
You're not, but you're really smart. I mean, it shows through the way you took your education.
I am very pretentious. Yes, I need to be smart,
I
or
love
my
that.
my whole essence falls apart. Yeah.
Okay, so you had, I mean, it seems like you had a really great childhood. Like your mom and dad are very supportive of your.
They are now. They were not always. They're very supportive now, but they're like doubling down because earlier they didn't support it at all. They were very like, you need to go to grad school. You need to figure out your life. I've been doing comedy about 10 years now. The first 7 years, they were very, this is wrong. You need to go back to college, become a professor, or become an engineer, or whatever parents think you're supposed to do. But now that I'm providing for myself, now they're all in. Now they're acting like they were always all in. I see through you, mom and dad. I see through your thin veneer. I get it. But I don't. They're nice people. I get it. They were scared that I would die in a gutter doing stand up. And now it's going okay. They're more into it.
Well, like you said, you can literally be homeless for 20 years.
Yeah.
And then I had a comic. She's a really dear friend of mine, and I love her. I don't know if you know Katie Carzola, but
No.
she's amazing. And she talks about moving to LA, being homeless, living in her car to do
shit.
stand up.
Yeah.
And now she's a beast. I mean, she's like buys properties, build it. Like she's
Oh shit.
so
She's
great.
doing well. Yeah.
But it wasn't like that.
Yeah. People don't. Yeah. You don't make money in stand-up's a weird pyramid scheme where you don't make any money for the first 6 to 8 years, really. Nothing consequential, at least. Like, I had $0 in my bank account all the time in New York back in like 2018, 2019. I was like eating dollar slice pizza for all 3 meals every day.
Yeah.
It can be great. Now I'm one of the richest men to ever live, folks. No one has more money than me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Geoffrey Bezos, they call me. There we go. There we go.
Geoffrey is my favorite name, and I'm so happy that you shared that story on TikTok. But
Yeah.
for people that don't know, please, for people that have difficult names,
Yes.
because you wouldn't think Geoffrey is a difficult name when you hear it.
It happens more because of Game of Thrones. People used to be like, yeah, Geoffrey. Now it's always Joffrey or Goofrey or Gregory. I get called
Why the
Gregory
fuck would
more
they
than
call
I would
you
ever.
Gregory?
I've been called Gregory 500 times in my life. Everyone's like, he must have written it wrong. It's Gregory for sure every time. Because
They
Geoffrey.
just straight up change your name?
Yeah, all the time. I had teachers
fuck are these
for a whole
people?
year who would call me Gregory, and I just am too much of a passive-aggressive Minnesota little bitch. I'm like, yes, Gregory is my name. I will go by that, and I don't stand up to people.
Wait, I love that you don't stand up to people because I feel like a lot of people are passive. Is that why you do stand up too? It gives you like that opportunity to. It gives
That
you
is
like
true.
a
It gives me a
shield.
power because when you're on stage, you can kind of get away with anything. Not anything,
You can
but
kinda
you
get away
can.
with anything.
And I kind of do though. I've built a persona where I can be kind of an arrogant douchebag on stage, and people generally like it. And so that's fun because my whole life I was like this quiet nerd who people maybe didn't respect or mocked a lot. So now I'm on stage kind of doing the opposite of that. Like I act like I act really arrogant on stage, even though it's clear like I'm a thin little bitch, but like I'm like projecting this alpha energy that I don't really have on stage, which is fun. I'm trying to have a swagger on stage because I've been such like a loser my whole life.
Stop!
I was just like on quiz bowl and math team in high school, and I had terrible acne.
That's like not nerdy.
I think it's
I
cool.
guess it's hard for when you're. Did you get bullied?
I not that much. I was funny, so people allow that if you're funny, but women definitely mocked me. Yeah.
Wait, women mocked you?
Or they belittled me, and I get it. I was very ugly in high school. I get it.
What fucking women mocked you?
They would just all
Give me a name.
Nikki Cryer.
Listen, Nikki Cryer, you fucking piece of
What did
shit.
they would like.
Don't you ever mock my fucking friend again. If you ever hurt Geoffrey's feelings again, I swear to God, I will fly you out to Las Vegas, Nevada with my Citibank card where I have points, and I will do it on Spirit, and I will beat your fucking ass. Do you understand me, you shit?
Let's go.
You want me to say anything else?
She used to call me Foofy.
And
that
if
was
you
her
ever
nickname.
call him Wait, Foofy sounds like a sweet name.
No, it was kind
I
of like
think
a
that sounds a little
mocking me. I think it was a mocking me thing. I think it
Geoffrey,
was.
I think she had a crush on you. Foofy?
See, that also is very possible. I never was able to understand the difference between bullying and think people having crushes on me.
Hey, Nikki, it's me again. I just wanted to say that clearly you had a crush on Geoffrey, and I made a vile mistake. I'm so sorry I threatened your life. You probably have children now, so I just want to say I'm really sorry.
Does,
and if you're married, I apologize to your husband or wife. And I'm sorry that Geoffrey didn't pick up the fucking hint that you had a crush on him.
Little hint of the tism. Little hint of autism, folks.
Now, don't blame it on the spectrum like everybody does now on TikTok, okay?
That is, everyone does think they have autism now.
I think everybody does have autism. I was talking with Lucas, who's a friend of yours.
Oh, yeah, Lucas Zelnick. Yes,
and
yes. Does he say he has autism? No way.
No, he says he's not because he took the test on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
But you know, his sister is.
Yes.
And so he's very familiar. But he does a lot in his set about autism as well.
Right.
And we were talking about it because a lot of people say they have it now.
I think no one really knows what the definition of it is. And my mom's like a special ed nurse, so she's constantly talking about like autism. She claims that 1 in 7 people have autism. That's her big claim. She's always like, every 7 person you meet has autism. So it's an epidemic and it's destroying our country. She's like, really, she thinks it's like in the water or something.
She thinks 1 of 7 people?
That's what I've looked it up. It's there are some studies that say that, but it's more like 1 in 20 probably. But there are some.
But
it
maybe
depends
1 in 7.
It depends on how you define it. The spectrum is very wide.
Very wide.
Like we all have a few autistic tendencies, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't make eye contact.
My fiance told me I was autistic, and then I did the test, and I was like, no, bitch, I'm ADD.
ADD, and I feel like we act like those are the same. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, she was like, no, you do. And I was like, no, I don't. I just like my heating pad. It's comforting.
Yeah, we all have our own ways to cope with this mortal existence.
Yeah, dude, because it's fucking rough.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a disease. It's just,
it's okay.
Everyone wants to have a disease because then there's a little like the people will feel sorry for you or whatever.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it is.
Sometimes it feels nice.
It's exactly. It's a little oppression Olympics going on a little bit. My life's harder than your life a little bit.
We do really live in that culture.
A little bit, absolutely.
Okay, so we hated Nikki, but now we figured out that she had a crush on you.
I do realize that is one thing I didn't realize.
I swear to God.
When I first started doing stand-up, like even if you're not, women do find it attractive that you do stand-up. That's something
Listen to me, you could be the most unattractive human being. If you are funny,
it doesn't matter.
Fucking rap.
I never realized that, and women would come up to me after shows, and I was just like, oh, thanks for coming to the show. And everyone's like, they're trying to fuck you, dude. And I never put the pieces together for probably 5 years. All the time I was just like, okay, thank you. And I just thought they were
being nice to you?
I thought they were just being nice because they like had to or whatever. I didn't realize that that's what flirting is or whatever.
I feel like Chase, he's a really great opera singer and he's a musician.
Oh, hell yeah, nice.
I feel like Chase doesn't. Chase recently just realized that like he is a rock star in his own right and that's what gets him pussy.
Yes.
Is that true, Chase?
I mean, wow, why is my microphone not working?
Look, I made him nervous.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Pussy magnet.
Yeah,
there he is.
I kind of knew already.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to burst your bubble.
Why don't I go fuck myself?
But
what was I thinking?
It's just
bitch.
the opera, the girls who fawn over opera singers just aren't really in Las Vegas. They're in Europe.
Oh,
yeah. So in Europe,
sure.
I'm just
He's
murdering.
got the European pussy.
You go to Denmark, you're the fucking king.
Exactly.
There we go. Copenhagen. There
in Vegas, I sing and they're like, you don't do that all the time.
Copenhagen cooter. There we go. That's good. We love that. That's huge. There are cities where I do better. Yeah, that definitely. I feel like Seattle and Denver are more my vibe. Vegas, I don't think this is really my vibe.
No, Vegas is your vibe.
It could,
the
maybe.
Girls would like
it
you
might
in
be.
Vegas.
I do have a girlfriend now, but
I'm
it's
sorry.
good to know.
Okay.
It's good to know.
Good to know.
I still like the attention. I'll always take the attention. That always feels good.
Okay, what's your girlfriend's name?
Her name is Erin. She's a therapist. She does
Love.
she does therapy. Yeah, not on me. She does it for free sometimes, but that's good.
We
Yeah.
love Erin.
Yes. Tough job. That's a shitty
Tough
job.
fucking job. Would never want that job.
Never. Because she has to, like, she has to do a session. Some woman's like, my dad raped me in a barn when I was 7. And then she's like, okay, got to get drinks with the girls after this. Like, she just has to.
I'm telling you, I'm
it's
friends
crazy.
with therapists, and the way that they shut off their
They
brain
have to compartmentalize.
and go
yeah.
off. I'm like, are you good? But then I'm so.
Well, they have to do therapy too. She has her own therapy.
Well,
It's a pyramid scheme. They all
1,000%.
have
Listen,
therapists. Yeah.
With my therapist, I'm like, do you want to talk about anything? And she's like, that's not how this works.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to. And I'm like, but I feel like you.
She's like, I would if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a terrible job.
That's fucking
and
rough.
They can't fuck the patients for 12 years. That's a law. 12 years, but then they can after 12 years. Yeah.
Is that how you guys met 12
Yeah,
years ago?
yeah, right. I was like, dibs, 12 years, call me in 2023 when it's over. That is just such a weird number to put on it, in my
12.
opinion. Why 12? Let them
Okay.
do it or let them not do it. Either don't make them wait.
What's going to change in 12 years?
Yeah, exactly. There'll be, I guess,
Nothing.
yeah, it's very bizarre.
I love that you date a therapist. I think that's such a great
It's
match.
good. She therapizes on me sometimes. She'll be like, you're projecting right now. This is insecurity, and she's right. It's good. People, we don't see the world the way she sees it, and it's very good. It's good to learn from them.
Yeah, well, especially because you were really smart growing up, but were you really insecure?
Oh yeah, very. I was very sad. I went to therapy,
Why
thank
were
God,
you
like 3 years ago.
sad?
I just hated myself. I just really hated myself and didn't know how to deal with anxiety. I didn't
Did
realize
you have
that.
anxiety early on?
Yeah, I didn't. No one ever tells you that anxiety and depression are very closely linked, and I had no idea how to deal with it. I just didn't. I had panic attacks, and I was just like, "This is life, I guess." I guess you just feel like you're having a heart attack every 3 days or whatever.
Did you feel like you experienced a lot of guilt from what we learned in Catholicism? Like, did that
I
ever
did
get in
feel
your
like,
head?
yeah, I always felt guilt about like terrible things happening in the world, and like I can't do anything about them, or like
When's your birthday?
May 18. Is that Taurus?
Yeah.
Is that a
But I
Taurus
feel like you
thing?
are such a Pisces because
Oh,
you're so
really?
empathetic and like sweet and emotional. I'll do your
But
chart
I'm also
after
a
this.
huge asshole too. Don't
Yeah.
make me
Nah.
seem I'm not a good person. I
Yes,
I
you
like
are.
to think I am, but deep down I think
You're
I'm
a
evil.
badass crybaby.
Yeah, I'm a huge crybaby. You
Are
gotta
you?
cry. You gotta
Yeah.
cry once a week. Why not?
Yeah, it feels good.
There's some I cry. I get nostalgic. That's what makes me cry, like
Yeah.
memories or whatever. You know.
yeah.
The current suffering means nothing to me. It's like things from
what's
the
in the
past.
past.
Yeah, exactly. It's what's in the past. Yeah, I could give a shit what's happening in Gaza right now. But if the things
But
10
you
years
will
ago,
in 20
in 10 years,
years.
I'll be like, no, it was the saddest time ever.
In 12
Yeah.
years, you'll go on the internet.
Yeah,
and you'll
exactly.
find stories.
And then I'll be like, man, and I'll be crying in my cave in 12 years after we run out of water. That'll be my thing.
Yeah, you'll be sad about the
Yeah,
water situation.
exactly. Yeah, what's the deal? You live in Vegas. Do they think this is going to last forever? This little city in a desert?
I'll speak for myself. I enjoy living in delusion.
Yeah.
I like to just take each day
I
and
get
be
that.
like, we've got endless supply of water.
Yeah. I
don't
Lake
care that
Powell
they
will never
found-
run out of water.
Yeah, no. Well, they found bodies that are starting to float up in Lake Mead because it's getting so low.
Is that true?
1,000%.
Wow.
Listen, I told you I wore my mob shirt. Didn't know we
Yeah.
were gonna go there.
Is it mob shit? Is
Yeah.
that the bodies?
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
I love that. That's kind of cool.
So I was like, I want to go. I want to go see the bodies.
Yeah, I want to find a mob body.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
But I like where I live.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
It seems really nice here, honestly.
I just mean in my head. I
Oh,
could
in
live
your head.
anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Delulu is for me.
Yeah.
So that's what I like.
I like that. I wish I could tap into that.
You know, it could be numbing.
It is.
out.
That's good. That's
it could
good.
be channeling. But you know, I explained to my fiance, I was like, I feel like I had such a traumatic childhood and teenage years that I deserve to be delusional.
Right.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
went
don't have
through
to
the muck and the
fucking-
mire.
Yeah,
Why
like, okay,
not?
well, what were you doing when you were 6? Having a fucking life while I was paying the mortgage. So I'm ready to have a
So
nice
we'll
life.
never run out of water. Climate change is a hoax. Let's go.
None of
Let's
it's
live.
real.
Why not? I
Yeah.
like that. That's a good way to live, I think.
Yeah. And then also I'm terrified the world's going to end. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be happy while I'm here.
It's that cartoon of that dog with the fire all around him, like going, this is fine.
It's true.
I think about that all the time.
It is the meme of my entire existence.
Yeah, that's the way you have to live.
1,000%.
You can't get caught up in it. If you think about every terrible thing happening, you'll explode.
I think that's what it is. I feel
can't.
like I do my best to pay attention.
I pay attention, but you can't get
But
too
I get
wrapped up.
I'll live in it. Like I will get dark in a depression. I will get weird.
And social media doesn't help.
At
I got
all.
to get off every once in a while.
Yeah, it's
Instagram's
rough.
brutal. Everyone's lives are perfect. And then everyone's smiling with my boo.
I know, but then also it's kind of rough because if you do, the internet's so fucking harsh. Then if you do like open up or like you cry, people are like, oh, lame,
you think
she's
your
crying.
suffering's worse than the starving Ethiopian child? Okay, you selfish bitch.
Yeah.
It's
You're
all
like,
that.
My grandma died, and you're crying, and they're like, oh, this is stage 2. Looks at themselves while they're crying.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, fuck, okay, I won't say anything.
Right, yeah. Everyone's all people online have lost their fucking minds.
They really
People
have.
are so mean to me online.
Are they mean to you?
I get something about the way I act really triggers anger in men. Men hate me. Or, I mean, a lot of men like me, but there's a contingent of men whose profile pictures are trucks that hate me. Like when they're like their picture is a truck and their only picture is them in their truck.
And they hate you?
Because like I am confident on stage and they don't think someone who looks like me should be confident, I think. So it really pisses them off. They're always like, this beta fucking bitch. I could snap this little soy boy in half whenever I want. People are always posting shit like that about me.
They do?
It's so funny. I like it. I think it's funny.
They post such mean things about me,
I'm
too.
sure they're so mean to women.
They think I'm a drag queen. They think like I'm trans. Wow. They think I have like cheek and lip injection.
Yeah.
What happened? Somebody the other day, I posted a comic that I was interviewing.
Yeah.
And their following was like, she's a pincushion.
Oh,
and I was
God.
like, listen, you fucking bitches.
People are cruel to women online. Female
they're
comedians?
mean.
Oh, man. I would not want to be a female comedian
I mean,
online.
listen, my mother being a bitch to me my whole life was the best thing for me.
So you're ready. No
I'm
insult.
like, yeah, tell me more.
Let's just water
love
under
it.
the bridge.
Feels like home.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm comfortable here.
Right, exactly. My self-hate, all the things I've said to myself, no one's insults could be worse than those that over the years.
That's what it
so
is.
It just doesn't, I just find it funny. I find it pathetic, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
You're insulting someone you've never met. It's just sad. It's just really pathetic in my opinion.
Yeah, it's weird. Do you deal with the insults in person or is it just more keyboard warriors?
It's mostly keyboard warriors. People in in real life are usually too scared to do anything. Of course. I've had 2 people try to rush the stage, actually, though. That has happened. Yeah, in Nashville and Chicago, yeah.
What happened?
In Chicago, some guy was like being loud or whatever, and I said he should be aborted. It's kind of a thing I like to say a lot on stage. And it was this,
can't imagine why he'd want to rush the stage.
I get why he would be mad. He was like this big bowling ball of a man. He took off his sweater to reveal a wife beater underneath, and he just starts rumbling to the stage. And thank God it was at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and they had just hired a security guard for the first time that night, or I probably would have gotten beat the fuck up. The large Hispanic security guard got him, and he saved me, but I probably would have been beaten up.
Obliterated.
I would have been obliterated. And then in Nashville, I made fun of Trump or something, and this guy stood up and turns his hat around to reveal a MAGA hat, and it's always a guy who looks like a chicken nugget. He starts rumbling to the stage, and he's like trying to scare me, but then he stopped. But yeah, so that's happened twice now.
That's a lot.
It's always ugly men. It's always ugly people.
Because they're intimidated by your beauty,
They're
baby.
intimidated by my beauty.
You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're funny. You have gorgeous skin. You started wearing sunscreen. Yes. Like, get with it, America.
Yes. What else do I have to do for skincare? I want the best skin in the fucking world.
Joan asked me. My fiance has the most gorgeous skin. Oh my God, she looks insane. Like she looks like a doll. I'm excited when I wipe my makeup off.
Your skin looks great too, though. What do you do?
It's the lighting.
Okay, yeah.
And the fact that I quit drinking 7 months ago.
That'll do it.
Honestly, it's the thing that
I've heard
did
that that's the
it.
biggest one.
It's the thing that
Is
did
life
it.
better without drinking?
Yeah, I
Is
love
it?
it.
Damn it.
I
hate to
love
hear
it
that.
so much.
I always want people to be like, I need a drink now. Life is pain without it.
I know.
But
Well, you know what's crazy? I used to drink a lot. Like I'm a singer, like my band, like
it's hard not to.
I'm Italian, so we
Oh,
just
yeah.
like get wasted. And I mean, not to say that all Italians do, but like red wine, like all the
Sure.
stereotypes.
It's part of the dinner and all
yeah,
that.
and also just I liked to get wasted.
It's fun.
And
yeah.
I got really bad talking about anxiety and stress.
Oh, it also leads to anxiety too. Yeah.
Well, I already had it. I
Yeah.
already had depression. And then in January, I had a couple life changes happen.
Sure.
And I got these like, I don't know if it was ulcers or gallstones or
shit.
it was this horrific burning that I still currently get with stress.
Whoa.
And to keep it down from flaring up, I had to quit
it
drinking.
was caused by alcohol.
And dairy and gluten.
Oh shit.
So I had to cut everything out that I enjoy.
Whoa. What do you eat?
I eat chicken and rice. I eat like a baby. I sometimes eat baby food. It sucks.
Oh my God.
But it's all like coating to help.
Damn.
As it whatever it is heals, but it's stress induced.
Oh yeah.
And-
we don't realize that stress rules most of our health and our
Everything.
mental health. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's you never are taught that. Thank God I went to therapy and found that out.
Yeah, it's
so
the
many
best.
men are just like, I will never go to therapy, and then they just drink themselves into oblivion.
But I'm telling, speaking of God, I swear I feel like it was a sign and a blessing because I had to quit drinking.
That's good.
And it
yeah.
was really like the best thing for me.
Are
Like,
you totally
it's been
sober?
great.
Like no weed or anything else? Are you?
I'm not a weed girl. I've never been.
Oh
It gives me
really? So you're
anxiety.
pretty much stone
straight
cold. So
edge.
you're straight edge.
No,
yeah, yeah.
I like psilocybin.
Oh,
I like
okay,
to do.
nice.
I do these ketamine IV treatments.
Oh, I've never. What is that
They're-
like?
Ugh, I can't talk about it enough.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
I started because I lost my grandma in 2020.
Oh, no.
And it was real, like it was bad.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
It got really dark.
Grandmas are. If you don't love your grandma, you're a piece of shit. That's
Yeah,
all
you
I have
are.
to say. If your grandma's not your hero, you're a lose. People are like, my hero's Britney Spears. No, your hero should be your grandma. You fucking idiot. That's what so lame. If your hero's not your grandma or your grandpa, you ain't shit.
You're not shit.
You ain't
well, we don't want
shit.
your grandpa to be your hero because he's a piece of shit.
He probably is a piece of shit, but occasionally they're heroes.
Yeah,
Generally,
but
women.
but grandmas are.
Yeah, women are generally better than men. It's
Yes.
unfortunate. It's
I'm
unfortunate
sorry.
truth. We fucked up. We did a bad job. and
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. We've always got grandmas.
We've always got grandmas. We've always got grandma. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we are misogynists. We're jealous of women.
You're jealous of
We're
grandmas.
jealous, and we're jealous of grandmas. Yeah, we love you.
You wish you were a little tutti frutti grandma girl.
I loved women so much I wouldn't even fuck them. That's why I wouldn't have sex. was too much of a feminist. That's
Beautiful.
That's the way I'm rebranding
Yes,
it.
this is what a way to turn
That's
around
how you
virginity.
rebrand virginity. I love women too much. I don't want to ruin their lives with my terrible thoughts and
Disgusting
penis.
parts and things.
Yeah, we're perverts. We're
God, you
perverts.
really are a hero. I'm sorry we didn't
I'm a
open with
feminist
that.
hero, yes.
Yeah, you are.
An icon.
Yes, you are.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Geoffrey Thomas Asmus. Pantheon of heroes. Sandra Day O'Connor.
Thank God for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd do without you, honestly. I feel like I might go to a girls' rally after this if you want to come.
I would love to. I'm toppling the patriarchy one day at a time, folks.
Incredible. Did your grandma teach you that?
Yeah, she was kind of like a little warrior. Yeah,
Was she?
was a little. But I mean, she's 96, so she certainly had a few backwards opinions. But generally, she was very. She always told my grandpa, "I don't clean windows. You need to do that." She wouldn't do
Good
all the
for
chores.
her.
She's like, "I'm not cleaning the countertop. You can do that or whatever."
We love a solid
Yeah,
beast.
yeah. She was like, "I'm not gonna be your little housewife the whole time." I like
Love
that.
her. I know my grandma was old too. She was around, I think, 93 when she died.
Yeah.
And same. She had like some backward things, but she was amazing. When she died, I struggled so much.
And that's
with
when you
it.
got into ketamine.
So
yeah.
a friend of mine recommended doing these ketamine IV treatments.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not like a drug girl. Like I didn't do drugs.
Yeah,
so
I've
I
never
was
done
like,
ketamine. Yeah.
I'm not, sounds like a horse tranquilizer. Like I'm not doing that. But I actually was so desperate for
Yeah.
relief that I found this
Would they just
clinic.
hook you up to like an
Yeah,
IV?
it's totally legal.
Uh-huh.
And you go to I go to Las Vegas Ketamine here in Vegas now.
Yeah.
But you go to the facility. It's an hour. They do the IV. They watch you. And it's supposed to, it was originated, I think, for veterans with PTSD.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But it went on to help people with PTSD, trauma, anxiety, depression, OCD.
Do you need a doctor's note or anyone can do it?
Anybody can do it, but you
Really?
have to get evaluated. Like, you have to
okay.
say, like, this is what I'm here for. This is why I
Right.
want it. And I started doing it, and I swear to God, it changed my
It just makes
fucking
you feel
life.
blissful and changes your mood levels and everything.
It does for me. I feel like it does rewire your brain.
Oh, shit.
And I listen to these frequencies that are really positive. Like, I'm like, if you're gonna fucking rewire, put some good shit in there.
Yeah.
And, like,
They play certain noises
well,
while
I
they're
do.
doing it? Oh,
They're
you
like,
do?
you can
Okay.
listen to anything, but I wanted like Joe Dispenza in there. Like, I wanted like good
Oh,
stuff.
wow. Dang.
And that was almost 2 years ago, and
It changed your life?
changed my fucking life.
Holy shit. Is it
Yeah.
expensive?
It is expensive,
Yeah.
but the way you do it is some places are, some places aren't.
Yeah.
And you pay for each treatment as you go. I think you need 8 in a row. And
To
then
get the
that's
full,
it.
like the
The
full
full
goodness of it?
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Damn. Well, I might try that.
It's the
I might try
I
that.
really can't recommend it enough. And it's
I'm
not
into that.
expensive to where it's like, oh, that's too much. Like, it's expensive, but nothing
But
like
it changes your life enough where it's worth it.
there's nothing in this world I would want to buy
Wow.
if I had the chance to do ketamine again. Like, fuck the clothes, fuck the house, fuck the everything.
It's that good.
yeah, because it's your
Wow.
mental health.
Yeah.
It's you like
You don't realize
live
like
here.
that's the real clothing of the soul, folks.
Yes,
that's
it
the real.
is.
That's the Gucci you want. I want
it
a
is.
Gucci. I want a red bottom soul, and not SOLE, SOUL. That was a great pun by me, actually.
That was a really
I didn't
good-
even plan on doing that. That was brilliant.
Wait, that was. Can you put that in the show today?
Yeah.
I'll
Red
make that a
bottom
fucking-
soul. Yeah, there we go.
Woo! Hold on, I'm gonna make that
That's
a reel.
my new album.
You want to
title.
add anything else to that? Because that was beautiful.
I think that's good. Clip it, Zuckerberg. Make it go viral, Zuck. Come on.
Come on, Zucky, make it happen. I think Zuckerberg's intimidated by you, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I
He's
don't
training
see-
to fight Elon. He should be trained to fight me. Yeah. He's such a
think
little
they're really
bitch.
gonna fight?
No, they would never. They're such cowards. They're
Is that
such
crazy to
losers.
think of
I
that?
hate those guys. I hate them
I hate
so
all
much.
those guys.
It's so embarrassing we let them live. It's so embarrassing. They have all this money and we're all starving paycheck to. Why don't we kill them? We probably shouldn't say
Let's
this
just
on
Game
it.
of Thrones
yeah.
this bitch right
Why
now.
do we not? I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're Joffrey. Why don't you take a stand?
I'm like, off with their heads. Come
Yeah.
on, all of them.
Enough.
Like Mark Cuban, I kind of like him.
I'd
I
keep
don't.
him.
I don't mind him.
I
but
like
the
Shark Tank, so.
Yeah, Shark Tank has brought me joy, but
Yeah, and it's brought me ideas.
yeah, of
Like,
course.
I know how to execute if I ever wanted to invent something.
Oh, do you have a pitch you would bring to Shark Tank?
I don't.
You don't.
But I could
I
if I
thought-
knew what I wanted to
I
create.
thought a pitch I would make would be like, you read a book on the train, but sometimes it's like an embarrassing book, like it's an embarrassing like self-help book. You make fake book covers to put around the books so people think you're really smart. Or you're reading like a dumb like romance novel, but you have a thing that says Grapes of Wrath on it, so everyone thinks you're reading like a really highfalutin literary novel. I think that could be a fun,
or you could
business.
just wrap your books like we did in Catholic school.
Or it could just be your phone. It could just be your phone, but there's a book around it, so it looks like you're reading a book.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's just before we go, like let's pretend like I'm Mark, okay?
Yeah.
And you're gonna pitch me.
Mark, I love what
Hey.
you're doing with the Mavericks. Nice to meet you,
Thank
Mark. And my name's Geoffrey. I'm one of the greatest comedians to ever live. And you probably see me on TikTok. I went viral like 9 months ago one time. I have this. You're a reader, Mark. You love to read.
Yeah, I love
you love
to
to
read.
read. I love to read. But sometimes you just want to look at your phone on the train. Sometimes you just want to look at butt models on Instagram. You know that, Mark. You all got those Brazilians on lockdown on our reels. But you don't want people to know you're doing that. You want to look like an intellectual. So you got these books. You got Jane Eyre or maybe Ayn Rand if you're a libertarian. You got whatever you want. put your phone in there. Oh, I'm reading. I'm turning the page. But really, you're getting horny, Mark. That's what you're doing. While everyone thinks you're reading, though. So your social capital's rising while your penis is rising as well. And I think that's the company. Fake reads. Fake news. That's the company. It's called Fake News.
I'll give you $200,000 for 20%.
There we go.
Yes!
That's I think we can sell that. I think it's a good idea. Fake books. That's what it is. Yeah, fake
That's
books.
perfect.
Yeah, not bad.
Listen to me. I will say, like, I'm not even being funny. I feel like you're one of my favorite people I've ever talked to.
Oh, well, thank you.
In an interview setting.
You're the first person to enjoy talking to me, so that's great. I love to hear that.
I love you.
I feel like I'm a pretentious asshole, but
you're so not, which is so crazy. And I love how like you're so open and you just go with the conversation.
I've learned why not. Let's just be open. Who cares?
Yeah, I love it.
I was shut off for so long. Now I'm like, let's just be real.
But it makes you so enjoyable.
That's what you don't realize is people want to know you. Yeah.
People want to know.
People would rather you be open, even if you're saying kind of fucked up or weird things, than a closed off loser just saying milquetoast garbage. Yeah.
But you have such a great viewpoint on things, and you have such a great
thank you.
story with so much charm and authenticity that then when you go and you see your stand-up, it just adds so much more to it.
Yes. Thank you. I try to be, I want to be more open in the future on stage. That's my goal for the future.
Is that
do a little more like real life stories and try to make that stuff funny and all that.
Yeah.
Like embarrassing stories from childhood and all that.
Yeah, people love that.
People
I think
love
they just want to feel like they relate.
A good wedding. I wet the bed till I was 15. Let's talk about it, folks.
Okay, I don't know if you should open up about that.
No, it's cool. It's awesome.
Wait, you were wetting the bed till you were 15?
Maybe
babe?
14, 15. Yeah.
Did you go to sleepovers?
This is a thing I've buried in my life. When I would go to sleepovers, I would have to. Because the first couple of times I went to sleepovers, I had a little too much 7-Up. You're getting wild on the Sprite or whatever. And then I would piss the sleeping bag. You ever have a sleeping bag filled with piss, folks? It's not great. It's not great. Tough to get up in the morning and play pin the tail on the donkey with the friends when you're covered in piss. But so after the first couple of sleepovers where I pissed the bed, I would stay up the whole night every sleepover. I couldn't fall asleep, so I would just wander my friends' houses and like count the strokes on the grandfather clock. And then my mom would pick me up at like 10 in the morning. I'd be like, I had a great time, Mom. I was just like death warmed over. Yeah, I couldn't fall asleep because I knew there was like a 50-50 chance I would wet the sleeping bag or whatever. So I hated sleepovers. I thought they were so stressful for me.
I think sleepovers were stressful for everybody, but you didn't want to not go because you didn't want to miss out.
Yeah.
But then you got there and you're like, fuck, this sucks.
Everyone was, there was a really toxic environment at the sleepover.
Yeah, sleepovers are toxic.
There was always like two kids who kind of made fun of everyone else.
And then they'd fucking stay there and watch you until you slept and then do crazy shit to you.
Oh yeah, the dad would watch till he thought everyone was asleep, but then he would leave, and then kids were like, they're sack tapping you.
They were putting like shit on your body or making you wake up with honey, but you didn't want it.
Yeah. Men, we were just hitting each other in the balls. That's like such a stupid fucking thing.
And is there a reason men do that?
I think it's because we like inflicting pain on other people. I think deep down we're just cavemen.
On your balls.
Because it's such it is so painful. I mean, I think I'm probably infertile from what a few people did to me in high school.
When I was like 7 years old, I was in the monkey bars and I missed the bar and fell right on my cuckoo. And I was like, oh, it knocked the wind out of me so bad.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I still think about it today, and then I think about like when dudes get kicked in the balls or anything, and I'm like, I can't even imagine.
Well, you cry a lot. It's like
Chase, does it happen to you? Or like hitting the balls, or like fell on your balls?
Do you remember sack tapping? That was a huge thing.
Why did we do that?
So stupid.
Why did we do that?
Sack tapping too?
I feel like every guy did that. How old are you, Chase?
I'm 25.
Okay, yeah, similar vibe. Yeah, similar era, similar.
How old are you?
I'm 33, but millennial within the same decade.
Same.
You know, come to think of it, guys just kind of did a lot of just generally painful, stupid things.
Yeah. I wasn't a football player, but the football team at our school, they would do a thing called checking each other's oil, where they would stick their thumb up each other's assholes in the locker room, which is rape when you.
This is literally giving
sexual
homo
assault.
eroticism.
Yeah, it's homoeroticism. They're all like, I'm not gay. Stick my thumb. It's fine, man. You're gay. It's fine. But
you're checking the oil.
that we call it checking each other's oil. And it's like, you were just sexually assaulting your friends. But yeah, it's very bizarre.
I want to take a poll on this, and I want to see if men were checking each other's
I think
oil.
that's more common than like football and like wrestling. Very
Well, they're like
homoerotic
humping each
vibes.
other when they're wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were like all over each other.
Yeah, like I thought it was. I was like, good for you guys. Yeah,
You get ejected if you get a boner too. That's a rule in high school wrestling.
do?
You lose if you get a boner. Yeah.
Wait, you do?
That's like an actual
you do?
rule. Yeah. Or you're out if you get hard.
How
Yeah.
homophobic.
Yeah, right? Why can't they have
Yeah.
fun too? Yeah. Come on, we're all bisexual.
Way to
Grow
ruin
up.
it. That sucks.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't have fun and win. Come on. They can't come
I'm
and
just
win.
saying I have a little crush on him.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
like
that
him.
is homophobic. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Listen, all the kids I went to high school with that played on the wrestling team ended up doing some pretty basic shit. So,
Really?
Yeah,
Like they're just like kind of brainless losers.
kind of.
They get that cauliflower ear. That's
Oy.
disgusting.
I can't with the cauliflower ear.
Yeah, in the Midwest, wrestling's huge. A lot of cauliflower
Oh, is
ear.
it?
Yeah, like the farm. Like a lot of my relatives live in the farm country. A lot of cauliflower ear. That's like the sport
They're
they
just
love.
out there beating the shit out of each other.
They love wrestling. I don't know what it is. It's some weird primal thing in the countryside. They don't care about basketball or football. They love wrestling.
because they want to hug.
I think they just want to hug another
And they're
man.
too manly to ask
It's
for
the
one.
only
so they're
way
like,
they
you want to
can-
wrestle?
Yeah. This isn't hugging. It's indirect hugging. That is all it is. They just drink and wrestle.
Yeah.
They're such
Sounds
idiots.
kind of romantic. Have a
Yeah.
cocktail and hug.
They're great. I love the farm people. They're idiots, but I do love them. I do love them dearly. They are necessary.
Well, listen, I'm so happy that you joined. I could talk to you forever, but I know you have a show tonight, and I want you to.
Oh
get
yeah. What
to
time?
your
Oh
fucking
yeah.
show.
I got a few
Yeah,
minutes.
I
but
gotta
yeah.
get you out of here. But
Thank you for
you
having
really
me. I had
are
a great
amazing.
time.
I love you. Like I was already such a fan, but I'm such a fan friend now.
Oh well, thank
Like,
you.
I'm
I'm
your
glad.
friend
I'm
too.
glad
If you
I
wanna be
did.
mine,
Yeah,
you
we're
can be.
friends.
Okay,
We're
good.
friends. We did a podcast together.
Yeah, we did a
This is
podcast.
modern friendship.
Totally.
We record
You can't
it.
eat your podcast.
You can't eat a podcast. Look it up, folks. A great
If you don't
joke
know.
by me.
It's the best. Speaking of farmers and podcasts, I want you to check out. What's your TikTok?
It's Geoffrey ATM as well. Yeah.
Geoffrey ATM. It's
Geoff.
right here.
Oh, there it is, right underneath. Yeah.
Please check out Geoffrey on TikTok and on Instagram. Obviously, your tour schedule's on there as
Yes,
well.
whitecomedian.com. That's my website. I bought whitecomedian.com years ago. I spend $80 a year for that joke. So please
When did
go
you
to the
buy
website.
White Comedian?
I probably bought that in I bought that like right when I started comedy when I had no reason to have a website because I thought it was, and it is funny. That's funny.
That was an investment.
That was an investment,
well,
and it's paid off now. It's funny. Whitecomedian.com. A lot of people
knew.
want it. Joe
Can't have
Rogan
it.
offered me millions for it, and I turned it down.
Did he?
No,
Oh.
no, that'd be awesome.
well, but maybe he did. We don't know.
He might have.
And if he does
Ben
offer-
Shapiro, that podcast bit. Ben Shapiro shared that bit.
Did
like
he?
he did one of those. What do you call a stitch on TikTok where he reacted to it. He kind of cut off the second half where I made fun of people like him, but he kept the part where I made fun of liberals. Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
make fun of everyone, folks.
Everyone
South Park.
freely.
It's the South Park rule. That's how we do comedy.
Yeah, you do. You're the best.
Yes,
Well, listen,
thank
next
you.
time you come to Vegas, let me know. I'd love to have you
Absolutely.
come back on and take you to play craps.
Oh yeah.
And
let's-
maybe be in a band.
be in a band. Take me to Meow Wolf. I want to go to Meow Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf is fun.
Is it cool? I don't have time to go
Yeah.
this time, but I want to
Okay,
go.
when you come back, I'll take you.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's the bomb.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Vegas is better than I thought. You know what? I wanted to hate it. I like the downtown arts district a lot.
I know, it's the best.
It's underrated. Underrated.
It is underrated. Jeffrey, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me
I
so
love
much.
you.
Thank you.
And I'll see you soon.
Good night and good luck, folks.
Bye. So Funny It Hurts is brought to you by Pacific West Injury Law. Got into an accident? Contact Pacific West Injury Law. Also, there's nothing better for your mental health than a great workout. And our episode is brought to you by Fit Club, the only place to be. It's so funny, it hurts.